Hey guys, and welcome to Akuya News. This is your favorite segment, My Take on Tech, and today we have a very interesting guest with us. Boom. Yeah, okay, you won't know which type of phone. It's a Nokia 2. And yeah, so this has been my phone for the past 9 months, and I am ready to share what my experience has been with it as I tell you more about this phone. And it's mixed, so good, and some bad parts, as all stories go. So just to tell you, give you a quick rundown of what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about. First things first, we're going to talk about the camera. I know most of you want to know about that. We're going to talk about the battery. We're going to talk about the screen size and the screen type. We're going to talk about the RAM, storage, the processor. And now we're going to go into details about other things, number of SIM cards, what kind of bandwidths they take and everything. And I'll just share my experiences about the phone as we go. Okay, that's good. So first things first, the camera. It has two cameras, one on the back and one on the front. So the back camera, which is the main camera, it's an 8 megapixel shooter. So yeah, has 8 megapixels. Its aperture is f2.6 for those who really want to know about that. And the front-facing camera is a 5 megapixel camera. I don't think you can see the megapixels from there, but yeah, it's 5 megapixels, the same kind of opening, f2.6. So my experiences with the cameras are really nice. They did good work with the cameras, but that's only when you're in good light. Because once you start, getting into a room that's not lit properly, especially with a selfie camera, things don't look pretty. So yeah, the cameras are nice, outdoors, and when you're looking at other photos. I think I'll attach some photos so you can see some samples. But yeah, so that's my experience with the camera. So let's go to the second thing. That's the battery, and I think this was the biggest advantage, or one of the biggest things that attracted me towards this phone. It has a 4100 milliampere hour battery. Yeah, they say it lasts for 2 days, but not for someone like me. I'm a heavy user of my phone, but it could last for 2 days because that's a big camera, especially that's a big battery, especially if you're considering the type of screen it has. It's not such a big screen, so you have a lot of battery life there with this camera, and I think I enjoy it. That's the best part of this phone, if I had to say. Yeah, let's go to the third part, and that's the screen, right? So the screen is you can see that. That's 5 inches of screen, and it's an IPS LCD screen, right? So yeah, 5 inches. Most people go for bigger screens. I actually prefer smaller phones because I have tiny hands. Yeah, but yeah, so there's that. The screen is good, really good. If you worry about the chin and the forehead and the bezels, then you'll worry a lot when you have this phone because it has very thick, bezels and chin and this part. And the chin, the worst part is that this lower side, there's nothing there. The buttons are not there. I don't know why they had to use a lot of space for nothing. So yeah, that's if that's a bummer for you, that's going to hurt. The quality of the screen is 720p, and it's a 16:9 ratio. If that's a thing. That's the old-fashioned. Guys are going to wider, different, like 18:9 types of screen. This has the 16:9. And let's talk about the RAM. That was another issue. 1 GB of RAM. That was quite low. The phone was so slow most of the times. I couldn't handle games. I couldn't handle heavy apps and stuff like that. So if you are into, I don't know, if you can't use the light versions of apps, let's say Facebook Lite, Twitter Lite and stuff like that, you're going to struggle with this phone because for instance, Facebook itself, it struggles, and that's just bad. If you use Snapchat, don't use. So yeah, that's another thing. The storage is 8 GB of storage, and around half of that is already taken by the software, the system, and everything. So you're stuck with 4 GB of storage. That's a really, really bad. I think that's the worst experience I had with this phone. the storage. It was really low for me. Okay, as much as that was a disadvantage, it pushed me into a new habit where I back up stuff. So I think, thank you, Nokia, for pushing that. So yeah, I back up my photos and everything all the time. Yeah. Here's the other thing. Yes, it has a micro SD card slot. If you're thinking about it, why don't I just expand it? It's the same thought I had. I bought an SD card, not one, not two, but three. And every time it just told me that my SD cards are slow. At first I thought I was buying counterfeit SD cards or slow SD cards, and went and bought an original one and quite fast, class 10, and it still said the same thing. So I don't know if it was this phone in particular or it's just a thing with the Nokia 2s, but it did not accept my expandable storage. That was a sad part. So yeah, there's that. The other thing, it has 2 slots for the SIM cards. And another advantage that I liked about this is that both the SIM card slots were 4G. Not at the same time, but whenever the ones that actively using the data, it goes 4G. So that was a nice touch to it, especially at its price range. You don't get 4G phones later on, both SIM cards being 4G. That's nice. I don't know if you can see it, but the speaker is at the back and just here. If I hold it, I've already covered it. So that was the biggest disadvantage about the speaker. It's a small speaker, first of all, not that loud, and then you can easily cover it. If you place the phone down, you've covered it already. So if you like to listen to music in loudspeaker, which you should not, there's that. That's a disadvantage. Yeah, so the charging port, it's a micro USB, not USB Type-C. So yeah, that's something if you're into that. The processor, it's a Snapdragon 212. Yeah, it's a Snapdragon 212, which is a very slow, again, processor. Made the phone really slow. So, I mean, if you do not have patience, do not buy the Nokia 2, especially if you're going to use it for a while. Yeah. Now, my general take about the phone. The phone was really nice, especially considering when I bought it and why I was buying it. I didn't have enough, I didn't have a lot of money at that point, and it really served me well. The 4G, the battery, that did it for me. I didn't have to worry about, always carrying a charger and all that stuff most of the time. It really helped me with that. Yeah, so that's one of the things. The second thing that I really loved about this phone is the design. Yes, it has a plastic back, and the screen, I didn't mention this when I was talking about the screen, but the screen is a Gorilla Glass 3. It didn't have scratches until this one time. It got hit really bad and cracked, but yeah, apart from that, the screen was really nice, no scratches. So the design looked really nice. The camera does not have it doesn't bulge. I really like that about a phone. And then it has this nice touch, this aluminum, cage around it. And that was really nice. Makes the phone look way cool. So the design really sold it at this price. So I think that's all I have for the Nokia 2. If you have any questions about the Nokia 2, just ask them down in the comment section. I'll make sure to answer them. If you'd like to see any other phone reviewed or any other phone compared to the Nokia 2, just tell me in the comment section, and I'll make sure to make that video for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, if you like to see more of these videos, again, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so that you do not miss when I post. You don't miss a video when I post. And oh yeah, guys, I want to tell me what you think about the setup. Do you like this beautiful accents that I have around? Do you like this space? And if you do, you can have this, by the way. I'll put a link on the description below where you can, get yourself some plants if you've been looking for them. And yeah, I'd just like to hear what you guys think about the whole setup, the whole thing, the whole channel, and the type of content you like. So thank you once again. My name is Akuya Korot. This was Akuya Knows, and this is my Tech on Tech. That's a lot of this is. So thank you. Bye.